offensive line. I was not overwhelmed at how they played last week. I thought it was okay, not great. I think they need to be firmer inside so that Aaron Rodgers doesn't have to move so much and slide so much. I'm going to watch that. I'm going to watch those between the tackles. To me, it's going to be important how well the interior of that Green Bay offensive line can play. And I just, Jeff Saturday's got to hold up. They've got two good guards, Lang and Josh Sitton. They're going to have to really slow up and be firm inside because there's going to be a lot of internal pressure and push up inside to try and get Aaron Rodgers to move.
Nate in North Carolina next here on Sirius XM NFL Radio. Nate, what's going on?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Wonderful, bring it.
My question is about the excuse making of the Packers defense. Now, some guys think this off-season, I don't know if you guys follow this stuff. What did he say? He said, we gave the Giants that game in the playoffs. Now, this last week here, I forget who it was that said it, but he said, well, we didn't, the 49ers didn't beat us, we beat ourselves. Where does accountability begin with this year?
Well, let me just clarify that. I'm not going to speak for the players. I think, first and foremost, you should always give credit where credit is due, and certainly recognize if you lose a game, give credit to the opposing team. But I think within the confines of your building, you look at the film, and I think you're honest with yourself. And I don't think anybody feels they just got beat. I think they go back and look at it and say, well, if we made the play there, so and so did his assignment, we didn't drop a ball here, and you think, yeah, we could win the game. But there's danger in that, because if that continues to go on week in and week out, you say, well, we're still the Packers, and we're still going to get this thing done, and we're going to be okay. And all of a sudden, maybe you're not being truthful, maybe you're not being honest enough with yourself. You always say, the old poem, that man in the mirror, that it's hard to lie to that man in the mirror. And I would agree with you. I think defensively, it's not good enough. It hasn't been good enough. Even through the preseason, there were signs that maybe they had some issues. There were some injuries, so it was hard to kind of piece it all together because they weren't playing a lot together. But you look right now, they've got to find somebody who's going to man that defensive end position. They've got to make sure that Nick Perry can hold up over there. DJ Smith, who I think is going to be fine, but there's some big shoes to fill there, taking over for Desmond Bishop, who was placed on injury reserve, and of course Charles Woodson moving inside. Somebody has to step up in the secondary. That's going to be the challenge for them tonight.
James in California, Rich, is next on Sirius XM NFL Radio. James, what's going on?
Yes, sir. How you guys doing?
Bring it.
Good. Hey, I got a question. It's just exactly more of a comment. I am not comfortable with all the people talking about how the Bears report is so much better than the and in the week that they just said, they got stupid guys, and then unstable Brennan Marshall, and they're comparing them and saying they're much better than the Niners score, which has got some footballers, which are going to continue to get better as they're not going to go.
Well, I think if you want to make the case, and I understand what he's doing, Rich, he wants to make the case that he likes Chicago to win because Chicago has better weapons than the Niners do, and obviously they just went to Lambeau Field and beat Green Bay. It's obviously not as simplistic, and I like that Chicago defense a lot. I mean, I think the best defense in the NFL, the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah, you can't overlook the San Francisco 49ers defense and how well they played against the Packers. And I'm sure that Chicago's looking at that defensive performance. Imagine that they spent a lot of time looking at the coverages and different things that they were able to do successfully. Rod Marinelli's a smart guy. I'm sure he'll try and incorporate some of those things and do some things. But at the end of the day, it's about making plays. And the San Francisco 49ers defense made enough plays in that game to win.
JC in Philly, back in next here on Sirius XM NFL Radio.
Alan and Rich, what up, fellas?
What's up, JC?
What's up? It's the longest day of my life is what's up. Oh my God. I cannot wait for tonight. And I feel so good. I just have, major concerns because it is the Green Bay Packers, the MVP. I'm very concerned about what Benson could do to this defense, judging by his want to, what he did to us in the past. Had the greatest game of his career against us. And I do think that if the Packers are going to beat us, they're going to have to run